January 1st, 2020, the year that was going to change our lives forever. Little did we know that the coronavirus was going to be the main cause of what changed the world. The beginning of the year 2020 was already a struggle for my family. My grandfather had bladder cancer and was already paralyzed on one side from a stroke that he had a few years ago. On March the 27th, we received a phone call from the nursing home that my grandfather had passed away. The last memory of him I have is asleep in his nursing home bed, peacefully, not suffering. Although many people have suffered from the coronavirus, he was not one of the victims or the candidates. He had pneumonia and the flu several times, which finally took his toll. Although I know he is no longer suffering and in a better place now. In the meantime, the rest of the world was battling the coronavirus. I, however, have not experienced the virus for myself, and I am blessed that none of my family members have had it so far. Although other people in my community have had the virus or know people that has had the virus and has been affected by it greatly. In the meantime, I did, however, find a job at a daycare. A job that was not just a job, but a job in my career field that I did not expect to find, let alone during a pandemic. During this time, I have made friends that I did not know I was going to make. I have made an impact on several children's lives that I not only think was impossible or how could I ever impact a child's life. Although this pandemic has affected the children's life greatly, I have too, and I have not realized this until recently when I was out because of the infection that I got from the children. Although it was not the coronavirus, it was simply just a bacterial infection. But I did not want to spread it anymore to the children, so I had to stay out of work a couple of days. The days that I had been out, I have experienced not what others have experienced from the virus, but the impact that it has made on my life and on the children at the daycare and the rest of the world. During this time, I have realized that just because it gets hard, it gets stressful, doesn't mean that we need to quit and just to stay home. Just as the world had done a few months before when we had all were made to stay in our homes away from the virus. Although it was the best decision that we could have made during that time. It was a safe place to be and away from everybody else, that if we had the virus, we could not contaminate others. Although I love the people I work with, the children are adorable. Very frustrating at times, but it is what I love to do, and I would not change the world for it. The pandemic has caused the world to be an emotional roller coaster. Not only because of the loss of loved ones, but the loss of jobs and the loss of many businesses that we love.